Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pooja. I'm an integrative nutritionist and I work with women who have hormonal issues. And today we're going to be summing up, and this is going to be the last episode of this series. Of course, there will be more questions that will come through as people watch these videos. And if I feel that there is something which is coming up as a query again and again, then I will add few more videos in this series. But for now, I'm going to sum up this program and series by doing this video, in which I'm going to be talking about how whatever I've spoken till now about PCOD and how to cure it, how you can actually make a 12-week program out of this, and just take it as a project for yourself, that you're going to work on your PCOD, you're going to do X, Y, Z things, and then review everything in 3 months time. So it really works well if you have a structured program in place where you're working towards curing your PCOD, uprooting the problems from the root, and giving it that 12-week, because technically I'm looking at 3 healthy menstrual cycles. So once you start getting 3 healthy menstrual cycles back to back, then you know that you have kind of uprooted the problem from the root. So a 3-month program really works well if you're looking at improving your egg quality because you would want to get pregnant at some point, or if you feel that this has been bothering you for way too long. Then putting a structure in place for 12 weeks and following everything to the T will really help you get the results in 3 months. So you don't have to do this for lifelong, but just focused effort for 12 weeks can really give you results that you're looking for. So for example, if you do want to start this, let's say in a particular quarter, choose anything. You can say, I'm going to do this on my Q1 as a Q1 project, I want to take it up as a Q2 project, or whatever you feel like. You just choose those 3 months, and you have to be mindful of when you are picking up this time, because it should not be like a very busy time of the year where you have too many weddings to attend or too many things where you're traveling too much. When you know that you have a quieter 3-month period where you are can focus on your health, then pick that 3-month slot for yourself, and then make a plan and then start executing. So it is very important that before we jump onto the bandwagon of taking different herbs, supplements, trying to eat this, eliminate this, that, and things like that, the first thing that we would want to do so that the program is more effective for us is to do something called as a detox, because there is a certain kind of hormonal imbalance in your body, and that the main reason, as per Ayurveda, is the collection of toxins in your body. So whenever you are planning to go on a healthy regime, or you want to correct some problem from the root, then it is very important that first you detox the body. Detoxing at every single cellular level is what is important, because if there are toxins in your body, and then on top of that you start taking a lot of food, good food, and herbs and supplements, but you haven't gotten rid of the toxins, then you are not really following a right process. You need to first detox the body. Once the toxins are out of the body, then you start nourishing the body with good herbs, supplements, good food, and good changes that you want to make to your lifestyle. After that, you maintain that. So then you have this full cycle of detox, and then nourish, and then maintain. So how do we do the detox? It's very simple. You don't need too many complicated things for this. All you need is a lot of rice, a lot of moong dal, the yellow moong dal, the small one, the tiny one that you get in the market, and you need some triphala, which is an Ayurvedic herb that you can get from any store. You can do the detox for 3 days or 7 days or 21 days. The longer you do, the better it is, but it depends on how the things are in your house, and how your day is planned, and how your month is planned. You can say, okay, I can do maybe a 3 day, or maybe I can do a 7 day or a 21 day. Depending on your convenience, you can choose how long you want to do this detox. So if you're doing a 3-day detox, then you need to just consume khichdi, which is the traditional khichdi that we make with moong dal and rice and a lot of ghee. This is what is going to be your meal for the breakfast, for the dinner, and for the lunch. So this is the only meal that is allowed to you, and it is a filling meal. You don't need to actually top it up with anything else. It's a complete meal in itself. And when you have such a light meal, then what you're doing is that you are actually helping the body detox, because it is very light in digestion. So all your energy you are diverting in actually detoxing the body. So when you wake up in the morning, you're going to start your day with 2 warm glasses of water. That is a must. And then you also have to pay attention to how your digestion is behaving. You must eliminate every single day, and that is why we tell that you should take Triphala in the night, because that helps to cleanse your system completely and also helps you eliminate in the morning if you have constipation issues. So this is very simple. You're going to have 2 warm glasses of water in the morning, and then you're going to have khichdi during the day, which is made in simple white rice, moong dal and ghee, which you can add a little bit of turmeric in it and salt in it and make it tasty. You can add some veggies also if you want, but it's not necessary. But if you do feel like you want to make it more filling and more fibrous, then you can just add some veggies to it. There will be no coffee, tea, dairy or heavy stuff that is allowed during the detox. We want to keep the detox as simple as possible, because the body is eliminating a lot of toxins. You need a lot of rest, so make sure that you're taking plenty of rest. You can take a nap in the afternoon, and you can also take 8 to 10 hours of sleep in the night, just for the body to let go of all the toxins. Apart from that, during the day you're going to have at least 8 to 10 glasses of warm water. No cold water allowed, just warm water. Some people like to keep sipping on hot water because that's what works for them really well. So that is something that you can do, or you can just have 8 to 10 glasses of warm water during the day. Apart from that, you're not going to be doing any heavy exercises. Just a 20-minute walk in the park will do the job for you. You can do very little warm-up exercises at home if you can't go out for a walk. In Ayurveda, there is a concept of an element which is called as which is basically the dirt or the toxin that actually get accumulated in your body over a period of time, and then they basically solidify. So to just give you an example, it becomes something like cheese or something which is very hard and it's stuck to your intestine. Now you want to get rid of these toxins before you move on to your PCOD regime, because that is something that might be the primary reason why you're having PCOD problems. So how do we eliminate the or the toxin that have been stuck inside our bodies? By taking warm water. Because if you would notice that if you've cooked something and it has got stuck on the pan, you can just put a lot of hot water in the pan and leave it. All the stuff that is stuck on the pan actually comes out automatically. You don't really have to do much. Similarly, if you want to get rid of the toxins that are built up in your body or the that has been accumulated in your body, then warm water works the best. It helps you to eliminate, and it also helps to scrape the stuff out from your body. So you can do this detox for 3 days, 7 days or 21 days depending on your time and availability, and depending on how much you can take it, because there are some people who can't live without tea, coffee, and then it becomes very difficult for them. So depending on how it fits you, you must start this 12-week program with a detox, because there is no point in eating well and doing a nice lifestyle change when there is still toxins which are sitting in your body. So doing a detox will really help you kickstart your program. So when we're doing this detox, it's important to maintain the sanctity of this. You cannot be sleeping very late in the night and binge watching things and just taking it too casually. A detox program, sometimes people pay thousands and lakhs of rupees and go to these Kerala ashrams just to detox, because it is one of the most important aspects of Ayurveda. But if you're doing it at home, then just try to do it in a more disciplined way. Try to sleep on time and wake up on time, and try to make a schedule for how you're going to do this detox, and do it in a proper way, because that's when you're going to get the maximum results. So now you've done probably a 3-day detox or a 7-day detox or a 21-day detox, depending on how you would want to do that. Along with that, what you would also want to do, which might be really helpful, is to get some tests done before you go on to this 12-week program, because you want to really know where you are in terms of your hormone profile and your micronutrients, so that you can put certain herbs and supplements in place. So getting some tests done would be really helpful. So I've got a list of things that you would want to get done before you venture onto this 12-week program, so that you know what are the things that you need to focus on. So getting a vitamin D tested, getting your full iron profile done, getting your thyroid tested, getting your B12 done. That is again very important, because you know that if there's a problem in these areas, then you can address that through the program. Because it's a PCOD problem, you do want to get your testosterone tested, because it's important to know the levels, because if that is what is feeding into your PCOD, then we might want to address that as a main issue over here. You also want to get tested your insulin fasting test done, or the insulin serum test done, which basically tells you how your insulin levels are. You also can get done a glucose tolerance test, which tells you how effective your insulin is and how nicely it's reacting to when you take glucose in your body. You can also get your AMH test done, which will confirm whether you have a PCOD problem or not. And lastly, you can also get an estrogen test done, because it's primarily you usually have an estrogen issue in PCOS and PCOD. Then getting an estrogen test will also help. So just this is just to get you prepared to know where you are in terms of your hormones, in terms of your micronutrients, and let's say if you come out with a very low levels of vitamin D, then you know that for the next 12 weeks you would be taking vitamin D. Or it comes out that you have extremely low levels of iron, then you know that you would want to take iron supplements for the next 12 weeks. So just getting yourself prepared so that you know what to focus on during this 12-week program will really help. Now, once we are into the main 12-week program, once we've done the detox, we've got our tests done, and we know where we are starting, then what you can do is that you can break the whole program into 12 weeks and keep a journal. So you know, note down every day what you're eating, maybe take pictures of the food that you're eating, keep a log of what your activity has been, and this will really help you know what are the things that are going right and what are the things that are going wrong. You can journal everything for a whole week and then review it on Sunday, every Sunday, to see, okay, where is it that I went right, where is it that I went wrong, what is it that I can do better next week, so that I can make this program more effective for me. So now, as I had put a lot of emphasis on intermittent fasting, so that is something that you can put in place. Again, depending on your body, how much it can take, you can go for a 16-hour fast and then 8-hour window with 3 meals in that. Or you can also fast for 12 hours. If you are underweight or you have weight issues and you lose your weight very quickly and you have thin PCOS, which is what is also very common these days, then you might not want to do intermittent fasting for 16 hours. You might just be okay with a 12-hour fast. So depending on how your body taking it, you can plan how you would want to do intermittent fasting. Again, we have to keep in mind that when we are doing intermittent fasting, we are not restricting calories. We are eating 3 sumptuous meals during the day, because there's a difference between fasting and starving. Fasting is where you're telling your body, I'm going to give you food at 11 o'clock, 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Body gets tuned to it and takes the maximum absorption and nutrition from these 3 meals and is happy, and it gets adjusted to these 3 meals. Starving is where you are putting restriction on your calories, and that's when the body goes into a calorie restriction mode or a starvation mode, and it does not like it and it starts storing fat. So you have to be very mindful how you're doing intermittent fasting. You cannot be confusing the body by eating at different hours. You need to be absolutely regimented about the timings of your meal, and so that body knows that this is my eating time and this is my resting time. Again, there will be no dairy during this 12-week program. If you are sourcing it from an authentic place where you know it's organic and it has got no chemicals in it and no hormones in it, then by all means you can do that. Again, you would know whether you're able to digest milk well or not. If you think that no, I don't like milk, I don't like the feeling of how my body behaves after taking milk, then just eliminate that. Most important thing will be in these 12 weeks you will not be ordering any food from outside, you will not be taking any deliveries, because the problem is the oil that they use, which is the main problem when it comes to takeaway foods. So every meal that you do in this next 12 weeks are going to be homemade as much as possible. Sourcing food from something which is local, which is seasonal, will do wonders to your body. So do not eat out of season. Anything which is not in season, please avoid. Whatever is season, just go berserk on it. You just eat loads of it and you cannot go wrong with it. Again, there is some cheating allowed, so it is not that you're going to be regimented about it so much that you will have to miss out on too much. There is a cheat meal that you can you can give yourself a treat on a Sunday or a Saturday, and that can be your cheat meal. There is no problem with that. Even if you follow 80% of the directions that I'm giving you over here, you will succeed in your plan. Now, other than food, what you have to bear in mind is movement as well, because it's important that the body has enough circulation in the body for it to give you the oxygen and the blood that it needs. You need a lot of blood circulation around your pelvic area as well. So doing a light exercise like yoga or Pilates, or if you like going to the gym, then just doing some kind of weight training will really help as well. So movement is important, but underdoing it or overdoing it is where it goes wrong. Do not overexert yourself where you are just killing yourself by doing workouts. Keep it mild, keep it consistent, and keep it something that you start enjoying over a period of time, and not something which you dread and you really think, oh, again I have to go to the gym and again going to kill myself in the gym today. No, just do it up to the limit at which you feel it's okay to do. So 20 to 25 minutes of mild exercise, a walk in the park, some sporting activity at home is more than sufficient for the movement. One of the most important aspects that you have to bear in mind is to do pranayama, which is what I have covered in my series in lot more detail, and I will be doing a separate series on pranayama because I think that is the crux of where the healing actually happens. So doing a 25-minute pranayama exercise is something that you must incorporate every single day in your 12-week regime, and you will be amazed at the results that you get. So exercise is negotiable, so you can give exercise a miss, but pranayama is non-negotiable. You have to do pranayama exercises every single day of this 12-week program. Apart from that, we have put a lot of insistence on your psychological well-being or your emotional well-being. So doing your morning pages in the morning, writing those 3 pages which I've covered in detail in one of the episodes, is something that you must do every single day as well. It is a complete non-negotiable exercise. You have to practice this, have to put this in place, and make sure that you're doing this every single day. Sometimes just doing it with someone really helps, because you have a partner who's doing it with you, or you know a friend who also has a PCOD or PCOS problem or hormonal issues, and you can do this together. It'll be much more fun. So if you really want to make this successful, maybe find someone who can do this with you, because it will become more entertaining. You review your progress together, you can nudge each other if they have missed out on something, so that really helps and makes it a little bit more easier on you. One more very important thing that I would want you to do is to make sure that you have a period tracking app downloaded on your phone. This is something that I am very particular about. I'm very disciplined about it. I make sure that I always log in my period details. When did I get it? Over a period of 1 year, I know exactly how my cycle has been. Whether it was a short cycle, whether I had long cycle, whether in a particular month I did a lot of exercise and that impacted my period, I would know exactly by the timing of my period. So it becomes that a report card for you really, that you can monitor. So please download an app, make sure that you're logging in your period dates on that, so that you know what is your cycle looking like. Is it long? Is it too short? Is it too irregular? That is something that you must chart every single month. If you're on any medication, then please take your doctor's advice. Do not stop any medication during this program. Continue with your medication, and if you start feeling better and you think that a change in the dosage is required, then please ask your doctor and take their advice and follow it accordingly. When you are planning your meals, make sure that your biggest meal of the day, or even if you're trying to have like a cheat meal, then have it in the first thing in the morning at 11 o'clock with the 11 o'clock meal. Try to make that your heavy meal, and try to make the 7 p.m. meal a little lighter one. So this is how the digestion, because it slows down post 2 p.m., then you really want to put less pressure on your system. Again, sipping on warm water during the day, even after the detox, will really help. It works amazingly with people who have bloating, acidity issues. It works wonders for them. So keep sipping on warm water during the day, will help you cleanse your system as you go along. And don't give up. If you feel that you have fallen off track, you have missed your regime for 3 days, 4 days, it's okay. We are human beings. We are there to make mistakes. Pick up the project again from where you left and start again. It's absolutely no problem. Within 2 days, 3 days, you'll realize, oh, thank God I picked it up, rather than just leaving it completely. So if you drop it for a couple of days, it's okay. It is absolutely humanly possible to do that. So don't think that you're a machine that will launch this project and will not falter at all for 12 weeks. If you falter, it's okay. Just pick it up again. In my experience, I feel that the maximum results that I get with my clients are from people who take charge of their project. They make it their own project. They are on the driver's seat of their healing process. So be that. Take charge. They keep nudging me all the time with questions. They keep asking me, should I do this, should I not do that? And I know then in which case that they're definitely going to be successful, because I know that they have taken the charge in their hands. They are not relying on me to give them directions. They know exactly how to go about it, and they take full responsibility and they become successful. This 12-week program is going to be can be life-changing for you. When you look back at this 12-week journey, you will see how what sort of emotional changes that you've gone through, what kind of physical changes you've gone through, what kind of a better individual you will come out. Because first of all, you must also then give yourself the credit of doing the 12-week program, because how many people actually do that? So please take up this initiative and see how amazing you will feel. If you have any questions regarding this program, by all means put them down on the comment section. I'm going to be ending the series over here, but I wish you a very good luck. I hope this 12-week program becomes a success for you. And if you have any questions, by all means put them down on the comment section. If you feel that any of your friends might benefit from this, then please share this video with them. Give me a thumbs up so that I know that you're liking the content that I'm making. Press the bell icon so that you know when I'm going to be uploading my next video. And I will be looking forward to seeing you in my next series. Thank you.